Welcome to another episode of 101. Today we will start the show by bringing on our 101 basketball insider, better known as the Professor.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
It's good to be here.
Vegas has released its win projections for the 2018-19 NBA season. Isaac, what team do you expect will go over their win projection by the most?
I thought when I was looking over these win projections, I was thinking the Philadelphia 76ers are going to get more than 54.5 wins. They've got Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and it's just a really good-looking team. Joel Embiid's really young. I think he's going to get a lot better than he is now in years to come. But, yeah, I think that they're going to get more wins than that.
I feel like they're almost with the 76ers. They're almost taking away from. They're almost lessening the win prediction from last year from them not getting LeBron. I mean, LeBron wasn't on the team last year, and they're still growing even though they didn't get LeBron to complete the process. It's still a process that they're going to get better.
They do have the reigning Rookie of the Year, Ben Simmons, who I think is going to get a lot better. But my team to succeed the win projection is going to be the Los Angeles Lakers, simply because they added LeBron James, the best player in the world this offseason. I think he automatically makes a team a 50-win team. Now, I know that he didn't get the Cavaliers 50 wins, but the Los Angeles squad is way better than the Cleveland squad. They're getting players like Michael Beasley, Rajon Rondo, a lot of veterans who know how to win games. And they've got young talent like Kyle Kuzma and Lonzo Ball, which I think the LeBron James-Lonzo Ball duo will be one of the funnest ones to watch this season. I'm going to call it LeBronzo because I think it fits well. The LeBronzo duo will have a great season. Los Angeles, I think, can make it to the Western Conference Finals this year.
My team that I think is going to go over the win prediction is the Portland Trailblazers. They are only expected to win 41 and a half games. They're supposed to be 10th in the Western Conference. Remember, most people forget it because they got swept by the Pelicans in the first round, but they finished third in the West last year. And they're projecting they finished 10th. And they added Gary Trent Jr. and Fernie Simmons and Seth Curry. Like, I think this team is going to be a lot. Maybe they won't get to third again, but this team is going to improve. They're going to be a lot better than 10th.
Almost every single person on that starting five knows how to shoot from
they're going to be a shooting team.
Yeah.
And they're deep. They're deep, which they're not going to be affected as much by injuries.
Okay, so now, Isaac, who do you think will go under the projected amount of wins?
So, the OKC Thunder was expected to get 50.5 wins. I don't think they can swing that. I think that they've got a lot of good players, which makes people automatically think that they're going to win, but they really can't work together. See, that's something you see about, like, the Warriors. People think, oh, yeah, they're just so good because they have so many all-stars, but that's another thing. They work together so well. Their passing game is, like, on point, but that's not something that we see in Oklahoma City. They've got, last year they had their three big guys, and each time one of them would just march down the court and score. But they really can't pass, and they're almost kind of selfish players. But they are not settling for the shot that they want. So that's why I think that they're not going to get as many wins.
They're losing. I agree with you. I don't think they're a 50-win team. But they're losing part of their so-called big three, which I really didn't think it was a big three because Carmelo Anthony is past his prime. But he's most likely going to sign with the Rockets, so they're losing that offensive piece.
Paul George, too. Talk about a player not being in his prime anymore. He was really good.
You don't think Paul George is in his prime?
I don't think he's doing
I think he's the best he's ever been, really.
In the three-point shooting contest this year. Did you see that? I know that's not everything, but it just shows kind of...
That's like his decline.
That's like the home, but that's like the home run derby. It doesn't matter.
I know. I agree with both. I kind of agree with both of you. I think he's declining.
Hold on. Let me finish. I got interrupted by my co-host. They don't play good defense. Russell Westbrook doesn't play good defense. Paul George plays mediocre defense. It was just a big disappointment last year. I don't think there's any chance they get 50 wins.
I do think the Thunder would, if I was gonna, I think they're more likely to go under than over, but I could see them get to 50 just because they've added a lot of new pieces, like Dennis Schroeder. You put Carmelo, I just don't see, But he's definitely on the decline. Let's just put it that way. That is Dennis Schroeder. They got some other decent players like Hamidou Diallo, Devin Hall, Nerlens Noel. I think they're going to be a very deep team, and so I could see them getting to 50, but not over. And my team. That's right. The New Orleans Pelicans. They're only expected to get. Well, they are expected to get 45.5 wins. And they're supposed to go 7th in the West. They got 48 wins last year, right? 48?
Yeah.
They lost to Marcus Cousins and Rajon Rondo. Vegas is only allowing 2.5 wins for losing both of those players.
DeMarcus Cousins, with him gone, you're losing about 10
Yeah,
wins.
yeah. And Rajon Rondo, he was a very solid point guard for them last year, so that's one.
Thanks for coming on the show, Isaac.
Thank you.
It's good to be here. Thank you guys. See you later.
The Boston Red Sox, Houston Astros, and New York Yankees are currently on pace to win 100 games. How many games do you think each team will win? Christian, your thoughts?
Well, I think the Red Sox, right now the Red Sox are on pace to win 113. But I kind of got right there. I got 112, which is basically the same. I think they'll finish September really strong. No, sorry, August really strong. But September, they better not rush Chris Sale back. And they might rest some of their players because they got a big lead in the American League. The Astros, I think they're going to do really well. I think they're going to finish the season 34-14. And they're going to end with 106 wins. I think they'll figure it out. They got a great manager in AJ Hinch, and I think they're going to go on a run at the end of the year.
Without Jose Altuve and George Springer, do you think they're going to go on a run?
I think so. I think they can.
Without their two best players, you're saying that they're going to go on a run.
I think they could. I think they got a great manager. I could definitely see it happening. The Yankees 33-20. 32-20. There's not. I think they'll be good, but they still got. They're not as good as the Red Sox and the Astros right now. So that's where I go. I'm gonna go with 101 wins.
First of all, the Red Sox, due to the Chris Sale injury, which is not a big deal, but just because he's injured, they're not going to get 113 wins. They'll get 108 wins. Astros, without Jose Altuve and George Springer, their two best players, there's no way that they get how many should they get? 108?
106.
106? No way. They get 101.
Oh no. Okay.
They don't have their two best players. They're both on the DL. George Springer's out for 2 weeks. And there's no way the Yankees, with the way they are playing, they get 100 wins. No. I have them at 97. Because they are in such a slump right now. I know that they won last night, but it was against the White Sox. Come on. Okay? Anybody could beat the White Sox. Aaron Judge is on the DL, their best player. Giancarlo Stanton, he's doing better, but he's still not fulfilling his potential.
Part of the reason right now I have these teams so high is because, remember, a lot of these teams were just coming off the trade deadline. A lot of these teams traded, like the teams with less wins are trading their players right now to the bigger teams. And it's basically once you trade players there, it's almost like you've given up on making the playoffs. And I just think a lot of the other teams, aren't going to be as motivated. You're talking about the Orioles,
next
the
question.
Rays, and the AL East.
We will continue our NFL season predictions for each team. We will do 2 teams today, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Let's start with the Bengals. Guys, reveal your predictions.
All right, 6-10, third in the AFC North, and no playoffs.
They'll finish at 500, 8-8.
No, sorry, that was the wrong one. Sorry, 5-11, fourth in the AFC North, and no playoffs. Yeah, I did the wrong one there, my bad.
They'll go 8-8. Third, there's no way that they're going to go under the Cleveland Browns.
That's our next one, so we can talk about that later. But 5-11, I really just don't like. It's time for Marvin Lewis to go. He
should have been gone a long time.
He's just not there's just no excitement in this Bengals camp. I'm just not excited at all to watch this team. And Andy Dalton. They need to find a better. He's just not producing right now. there's not that much to be excited about at this point. Whether or not they can meet this 5-11 prediction comes down to the offensive line. They did add Cordy Glenn from Buffalo, and if he can stay healthy, that's a big if. He's missed 15 games for the past 2 seasons. He will be a solid left tackle. You also have Billy Price out of Ohio State, but I just don't see it right now. Yeah.
I mean, they're just so average. Everything is average. Okay, quarterback Andy Dalton, my homeboy out of TCU. I hate to say it, but he's average. Joe Mixon is the starting running back right now. He's average. Their only offensive star is AJ Green, who I think is going to be gone in a short while because there's just no excitement for him to be in Cincinnati. The only defensive player they have that I like is Vontaze Burfict. He's pretty good, but the defense overall is just average. It's just going to be another average season for Cincinnati, but they're not going to have a worse record than the Browns. Okay, they'll finish third.
All right. Well, that's our next topic, so why don't we go right
That
to
leads
our
us to
next
the Browns.
topic?
Okay, reveal your predictions.
I just did this. So.
4-12, last in the AFC North, no playoffs.
6-10, third in the AFC North, and no playoffs. The Browns gonna start. I'm really excited to watch this Browns team play. Right? They added a lot. The defense last year was not a problem. The Browns were in the top half of the league in total defense last year, and they have an exciting offense.
So they were average. Okay,
they were top half.
They were a little bit above average. Okay.
The defense. Okay. Well, they went 0-16 last year. Their offense was the problem if their defense was in the top half. But this year
the top half. You're just saying that they're in the better 50%. That's not that great.
Well, okay? It's better 6-10. 6-10 here. That's lower than the top half. So their defense is in the top half. They have a young defense, and the offense is finally. It's exciting. I mean, Tyrod Taylor, who's an exciting quarterback. He might not be one of the best, but he's exciting to watch. You got Jarvis Landry. They added Jarvis Landry and Josh Gordon. There are 2 reasons I have them with a losing record right now. Number one,
because they're the Browns and they don't know how to win games.
That's one of them. The other one is they don't know who's going to play left tackle. Because Joe Thomas, he left after being there for however many years. That was the one position the Browns could count on was left tackle. And now they don't have one. Even Joe Thomas has said their draft pick, Austin Corbett, is not a left tackle. So those are the 2 reasons I still have them with a losing record.
Yeah, first of all, the words exciting and the Cleveland Browns don't belong in the same sentence. Okay, the Cleveland Browns are still the most boring team in the NFL. The only excited thing surrounding them is Baker Mayfield, who I think is going to start some games. Tyrod Taylor was announced as starter yesterday, which I don't really agree with from a marketing standpoint.
I agree with Tyrod.
From a football standpoint, but not marketing.
Well, who cares? What I'm saying, Tyrod.
The Browns.
Every other year, the Browns had to rush a quarterback in there. They don't have, but right now, Mayfield can learn behind Taylor right now.
He's not going to learn from Tyrod Taylor. Come on.
I think Tyrod's all right. He's not good, but he's an all right. He's average.
Okay, guys.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not done yet. Okay. They're going to improve to 4-12 because it's impossible not to after an 0-16 season. There's just no excitement other than Baker Mayfield, who's going to start. It's a building process that is taking way too long because I don't know how, after so many first overall draft picks, you can't make it to the playoffs by now. But there's no way that they're going to be 6-10. There's no way they win 6 games, 4 games.
I mean, the Browns, they think they're going to make it to the Super Bowl, which is not, they're not going to make it anywhere close to the Super Bowl, but I think they're going to at least get 6.
Okay. Thanks for watching 101 today. We'll try to do better the next time. Make sure to subscribe and drop a like below. See you next time on 1-on-1.
Go Nationals.